From the chute to the glory, every ride tells a story. Welcome to Dirt and Glory. I started this channel because I love bull riding and I love sharing that passion with others. This sport is one of the best ones out there, and honestly, there's a lot of misconceptions around there. I want to break those down and bring some new fans along the way. My dad's the one who got me hooked, and once you experience it, you understand. It's one of the most exciting, family-friendly sports out there. But it's not just about the adrenaline. There's a lot of heart behind this sport. From the athletes to the bulls to the people working behind the scenes. And yes, the bulls are cared for incredibly well. This sport is built on grit, faith, family, and a whole lot of hard work. And that's what Dirt and Glory is about. Whether you've been watching PBR for years or you're just here to see what all the hype's about, you're in the right place. We'll break it down, tell some stories, and hopefully bring a few new fans along the way. Welcome to Dirt and Glory's Bull Riding 101, where in just 8 seconds, these athletes make history. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how this sport works. What is PBR? The Professional Bull Riders, PBR, was founded in 1992 by 20 riders each putting in $1,000 to build the sport beyond traditional rodeo. Unleash the Beast, UTB, is the major league tour. There are also minor league tours such as the Velocity, Challenger, and Touring Pro. The Unleash the Beast season runs from November to May, with the finals in Arlington and Fort Worth. PBR teams launched in 2022, head-to-head teams with riders, coaches, and GMs. There are 8 initial teams that started out, and the team season runs from July to October with finals in Las Vegas. We'll break this down in our next video. In the PBR, it's not just about one good ride. It's about stacking world points all season long. Here's how it works. Riders earn world points based on how they place at each event. The higher they finish, the more points they get. Ride scores out of 100 points determine round and event winners, but it's those world points that decide who climbs the leaderboard. The Unleash the Beast Tour features the 30 best riders in the world. The riders drop below that cut line, they can get dropped to the Velocity Tour, or they will ride on that tour until they can regain enough points to get them back in the top 30 and on the UTB Tour. The rider with the most world points after the World Finals is crowned the PBR World Champion, walking away with the gold buckle and a $1 million bonus. It's a season-long battle of skill, grit, and consistency. Let's talk about the gear that makes it all happen. Riders grip a braided bull rope made from materials like polypropylene or other durable fibers. The rope wraps around the bull with a handle braided into the center for the rider to hold on. Most bull riders use an American or Brazilian-style bull rope. To keep their grip secure, riders use rosin. It's a sticky resin applied to the rope and their glove. Rosin heats up with friction, helping them stay locked in during the ride. You'll also notice spurs, but they aren't sharp. They're designed to help with balance and control, not to hurt the bull. Protective gear includes padded vests and helmets, with some riders opting for the traditional cowboy hat. However, if a rider was born on or after October 15th, 1994, they have to wear a helmet. Everyone else is grandfathered in and can ride with a cowboy hat or helmet. Everything is designed for safety, control, and performance. Now we're ready to ride. There's something called a chute clock, which shows the rider how much time they have left to get themselves ready and nod for their ride to start. The chute judge, who sits a little bit above where the bull rider is getting ready, decides when to put the rider on the clock based on if they feel like they had a fair chance to exit. The chute clock gets activated at 30 seconds, and if it gets to 0, the rider is disqualified. In bull riding, riders use only one hand to hold on. The other hand, called the free hand, can't touch anything. Not the bull, not their body, not the rope, nothing. The free hand makes contact at all during the ride. It's an automatic disqualification. It's also called a slap, and that ride doesn't count. That's why you'll always see riders keeping that free hand high, balanced, or out to the side. It's not just for style, it's to protect their score. The 8-second rule. Riders must stay on the bull for 8 seconds. The clock starts when the bull's shoulder passes the chute gate. Buck off equals no score. Scoring. There's a max score of 100 points total per ride. 50 points for the rider and 50 points for the bull. 4 judges each give up to 25 points for rider and bull. Those scores are then combined and averaged. The highest ride score in history to date was Jose Vitor Leme on Manhater for 98 3/4 points. So what do the judges look for? They look for rider control, body position, spurring adds style points. The bull's power, speed, spins, unpredictability, and body rolls. Rerides are offered if the bull underperforms or fouls the rider. the rider doesn't make it to the 8 seconds and they think there is an issue, they can press the challenge button within 30 seconds of the buck off. Challenge buttons are located on both sides of the chute, which makes the judges review the ride for a possible foul. Anyone can hit the button on the rider's behalf, but losing the challenge costs $500. Common penalties. Touching the bull with a free hand equals disqualification, and equipment failures still equal a no score. Let's talk about some key rules. We've talked about the riders a lot, but who else helps out? The bullfighters help to protect the riders. There's 3 of them in the arena, and they're there from before the rider nods in the chute to come out until the time they hit the ground and the bull is back safely in the chutes. There's also the stock contractor. Stock contractors provide and care for the bulls.
When I saw how well they're cared for and how much they're loved and just the intentionality of their livelihoods and how they live out their retirement, that made me fall in love with it even more.
So how's the event and the season structured? The UTB is individual, with every event consisting of 2 to 3 rounds across usually 1 to 2 days, occasionally 3 days, plus a championship round. The championship round consists of the top 12 riders from the event. PBR teams are 5 man-made squads in head-to-head matchups. The prize money, let's talk about that, of course. UTB winners earn $40,000 more or less for event wins. There are some events that are considered majors, and those have a little bit more prize money attached. World Finals offers $35,000 per round win. The elimination rounds, $150,000 if you win those. If you win the World Finals event, that's another $300,000 they can win, and then the world champion gets a $1 million bonus. Please drop a like, and I'd love to hear you guys comment on what you'd like to hear or see next. Also, hit that subscribe button so you can get notified the next time a video drops. I would love it if you would consider subscribing because I'd really love to grow this channel. It's not just about the 8 seconds. It's about the courage, commitment, and the grit. Until next time, this is Dirt and Glory.